Well, hello everyone. It's been a few months. Welcome back. I'm just putting up a quick little video here just to sort of let you know what I've been up to the last few months, why I've been quiet, and what's coming. So stay tuned. First off, we need to address the shop. This is a nightmare. I haven't hardly been out here in probably 3 or 4 months. Usually the winter is when everything is the nicest and cleanest it ever gets. Because in the summer, I'm working, I throw everything in here when I'm not using it. And then in the winter, I'm actually out here working. But this year's been different, and I will get into that in a second. But first, let's look at some of the things I had going on in the winter. This stupid snowblower, I get it running every year, and then the first snow falls, and it won't start. And I spend an hour fixing it with my gloves on, out in the snow, and then I give up and I park it in here and I shovel. That's been the routine for like 3 or 4 years now. This year, I'm either going to get rid of it and buy a new one, or I'm just going to pull that whole engine off and put on a new engine. I don't know. I've got 75 bucks in it, and I've been using it for 10 or 15 years, so I probably got my money's worth, but I'm cheap. I got a chrome grill for the HHR instead of a satin one. I'm still finishing up those tattoo machine parts. What else do I have going on? Oh, we finally got a Harbor Freight in town. So I got a new air hose that has a thing on the end so it doesn't crack. Yeah, this isn't very exciting. I've been hoarding parts to build a CNC router. So that's what I've got going on here that I've been pulling out of dumpsters. And here's everything out of my car. Let me explain that. Alright, first off, I'm sorry. The heater's running. It's been like in the 50s and 60s all week and beautiful, and then the weekend comes and it's 40 degrees out and that stupid heater keeps turning on. So what I've been up to, if you follow me on Instagram or have visited my business website and read my updates there, you already know this. I quit my handyman business after about 11 years, shut it down. I mean, I'm still got a few lingering things that I'm wrapping up, but basically that's done. And I accepted a full-time job in November at Integrated DNA Technologies. It's a business that was started here, I don't know what year, it's been 20 years or 25 years ago probably. And they make synthetic DNA for research communities, colleges, whatever. I don't have any background in chemistry or biology beyond high school level. I mean, electronics is my thing, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around what they do, but I don't need to know any of that because I'm in the engineering maintenance department and we fix the machines that make the DNA. So they have machines that synthesize it and machines that like purify it, and then they have machines that like manipulate it in different ways to suit the customer order. And again, I couldn't begin to explain all of it. I've been there 3 or 4 months and I feel like I've learned 1% of what goes on there, but it's a good job, it's full-time, I have vacation for the first time in my life, I have health insurance. If I get sick, I can actually stay home and get paid. I've never had that. So it's been good, and I got good hours. I'm not a morning person, so, you know, this is kind of like a second shift sort of gig. Which also explains why my videos have been so quiet lately, because I get home in the evenings, I'm not making videos, I'm just pretty much like having some dinner and going to bed. And in the mornings, I've got a little bit of time to do stuff, but I can't really get too involved in anything because I have to go to work. And then the weekends, up to this point, I've been wrapping up the handyman stuff, but now that's finally winding down. I'm finally getting my weekends back. We're finally having decent weather out, so things are about to start happening. So over the winter, I did manage to work on the 53 once or twice. We had a couple freak warm days and I got out there and I just did a bunch of welding. I'll put up some pictures right now. Hey everyone, I thought one step better than showing you some pictures is just to film a quick thing. I was out here anyway, helping my mom out with an electrical problem. Turns out it was the power coming into the house, had a bad crimp. Half her lights went out, I went up and wiggled the wire and I heard it arc. So, power company's on their way. But while I'm out here, I'll give you a little update on where we're at with the 53 project. Alright, so it's the first nice day in the spring. We're actually unseasonably warm for once instead of unseasonably cold. Well, here's what I got done. As you can see, this top frame rail is done. It just needs to be gone back over again so that it gets nice and clean like that. I need to get a piece of steel for the top of the step notch. This is all started. Then I need another section here. And then that part's done. So as you can see, we're real close. All right, so once again, I digress. I thought it'd be fun to put the frame down and put the axle under it like I was talking about. So let me turn you around. Here's the frame sitting down. It's on jack stand, so relative to the ground, this isn't as low as it's going to be, but relative to the frame to the axle, that's as low as I can get. I've just got a couple pieces of 2-inch square tubing mocked up to make sure it's going to clear cups and springs, and that they're going to clear the frame rails, and everything looks good. I'm not going to tell you where I got this piece of square tubing from with the rusty end, but it was definitely not a no skateboarding sign downtown. But yeah, there you go. Back to the program. Oh, I showed you I've been hoarding things to build a CNC router. That's probably something I'm going to do a video series on, not because I'm an expert and I'm going to show everybody the right way to do it or anything. I'm just going to show you an idiot first-timer making all the mistakes. I don't really know what I'm doing. I understand basically how it all works. I know how to build things, but I'm not a software guy, I'm not a computer guy, so that'll be a big learning curve for me, is trying to figure out how to go from ones and zeros to a physical object being cut out of something. Oh, finally the heater's off. Looking around, I'm gonna clean this garage. That's what's on tap for today. Ugh, it's depressing to even look at it. Next project, it probably won't be filmed. The Vespa. I've been riding it every summer, you know, I take it around for a few little trips or whatever, but I haven't really demanded much of it for probably 5 or 10 years since the last scooter rally we held. But now that I have an actual job and I don't have to haul tools and ladders and all that crap with me, I can actually ride a scooter to work, and that'll be awesome. So I'm gonna get Vespa tuned up, get some new tires on it, make sure all the bearings and the brakes and the cables are all good, just so it can become a reliable mode of transportation for me this summer. I am going to be doing a bunch of work on the HHR. While I'm riding the scooter, I'm going to go through and just fix a bunch of just regular maintenance things. I'm at like 80,000 miles on it now, so I really need to start paying attention to things like transmission fluid changes, coolant changes, maybe brake fluid flush, redo the rear brakes, needs tires again, got a tire pressure monitor light going on and annoying me every time I start my car, so when I do tires I'm going to get new monitors. Just a lot of piddly little things that need to be done on that, just so I can drive it a little bit longer, and probably in the next year or two I'm planning on buying a wrecked vehicle and fixing it up. I've done it a couple times before. I have a lot of fun with it. I've worked at a body shop, so it's kind of in my wheelhouse. And it's fun because it gives you an excuse, like you have to paint the car anyway, so why not give it a fun paint job? Or, you know, you've got one dented rim anyway, why not buy some nice looking rims? So it really gives me a chance to not feel guilty about screwing around with a perfectly good car if you start with one that's totaled. So I'm still not sure exactly what I'm going to get. I got a couple years to figure it out, but it's probably got to be a Cadillac, right? I got the tattoo and I don't even have a Cadillac anymore, so I got to fulfill that again. But I think that's about it. I'm going to clean up my garage and we'll be back with another video. Probably give me another week or two and I'll be out working on the car again. And I guess that's it for now. So, thanks for watching. It's been an exciting video, I know, but I'll see you in the next one. Later.